how much lithium do you believe you have access to there, and how does that compare, just to put it in terms for a layperson, to what the major players have?
To give you an example, we have a resource at the moment at our Kachi project, and we've drilled 15 holes there, and in that we have 1 million tonnes in our measured and indicated category and another 3.4 million tonnes in the inferred category. If we drilled that many holes again, we would lift more of that into what we call measured and indicated and probably increase our inferred resource. Why? Because it's just one big salt lake underneath the surface, and it's just a matter of drilling more holes to see more of that. Now, just that 1 million tonnes is enough for us to be producing for at least 20 years at 25,000 tonnes per annum. Say, for example, we ramped up to some major number, let's say 100,000 tonnes per annum. 100,000 tonnes per annum at the moment, that's a third of the total market. We don't want to do that. But if we look forward 10 years, 100,000 tonnes would only be around 7, 8, 9%. So it's possibly achievable. What's really nice about lithium brine projects is they're eminently scalable. It's just salty water, and all we're doing is extracting the lithium. So as opposed to making a mine bigger and bigger, a bigger hole, more dust, what have you, this is a little more straightforward, particularly given that our approach is to re-inject water. That's a sustainable solution.
If you have access to 100,000 megatons or whatever, why wouldn't you just take that all out if you could? Why would you? Why would you measure the amount that you would extract?
First of all, we're using a new technology, so it has to be proven. Second, we have to make certain that we go through the qualification process with the end users, so they are getting the product that they want. But the beauty of a brine project is that then you can scale up to suit. Because once somebody goes, this meets our criteria or exceeds it, we want something exactly like this at this price, and you can demonstrate those things, then they go, right, we're signing up an agreement with Volkswagen. So we're going to need something like this quality project for the next 20 years. We're going to need X tonnes this year, and in 5 years' time, we're going to need X times 5, and in 20 years' time, we're going to need X times 20. Can you do all those things? Yes, well, with the additional capital, we can deliver it. That's a benefit. When you're digging up a rock, it doesn't really matter what it is. What you dig up over there is invariably going to be slightly different to what you want over there from what comes from over there. And because this has become a complex chemical industry, they want consistency over time and scale it up. Okay. So that's one of the reasons.
All right. So you extract it to fit the contract, not finding the contract to fit to.
Well, it's a two-way street.
Does it degrade or something? Is it advantageous to have it closer to extraction?
Lamentably, lithium products don't have a long shelf life. So if I'm digging from a hard rock mine and I crush that up, it can sit there on the wharf. Today it can be the same in a year's time. It's not going to change much. But once you make that into an end product, lithium carbonate, lithium hydroxide, they've got a relatively short shelf life. We're talking months. It's not like warehousing something. So yes, inevitably you want that timeline to be relatively short.